Here's Gemma Del Barrio on Ottomaticake.
Aloha, this is Otto. May I help you?
What flavors do you have?
We have mocha, lilikoi, and plain left.
I met Otto 12 years ago when I first came to Hawaii, and a friend of mine got me tickets to go see Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I went into the event with a small camera. My friend suggested that I would go into the green room, and I saw him with the wig and the makeup, and I was just blown away by that first moment. I know a little bit about Otto through my friend, and I knew that he has a hard time like reading, and I was just blown away by seeing that he had purchased the rights to the play, gone and produced it, performed it, and the event was fabulous. So that really made a huge impact on me. And then fast forward to 2012. I met with Otto, and I knew that he had been already struggling with his shop in Chinatown. He was being harassed by the drug dealers, and the harassment was really bad at the time. He called me up and he said if we could meet and if I could come and help him document what was actually happening at the shop. And I said, you know, Otto, I'm not really interested in about doing something about police corruption, but I do want to help you, and I am very interested to learn more about you.
Oh, nice. How are you doing?
Aloha.
What are you doing?
I'm dropping off cake.
Have to do something with Chinatown. Clean up.
One employee attacked, which I've already told you. I've been attacked. That same guy that attacked me also hit a customer in front of my bakery also. Yeah, with all the drugs you sell? Yeah.
No, I don't sell drugs.
Oh, ma'am. Oh, don't lie. Like, everything that's happened is because of the cake in my life, you know?
I knew that this film was going to be done differently. I wanted to really follow what was happening at the shop. Otto was always baking, and I hardly knew anything about him. He sent me to meet some of his friends that knew him from way back, and that's when I started to learn that he had been a member of the punk rock bands like the Sticklers and 86 List. He was a music promoter, that he loved roller coasters, that he was a roller skating champion. And these interviews were so rich that the film really was put together following his many passions. And also you see Otto through the eyes of the people that love him. So it's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, you know, you see him a lot, but it's also you get a taste of who he is by these people that know him very well.
I remember hearing about his cheesecake, and you know everybody's talking about it. Then you go to punk rock shows and you see little kids eating it.
Do you know how to play bass? Otto said no. He goes, oh, well, you'd be perfect for our band. Why don't you join our band? So we figured someone who didn't know how to play would be perfect for a band that didn't know how to play. Otto's the hugest roller coaster person in the entire world I know.
He said, Joe, do you think it would be okay if I wore skates to work? So I let him skate. He would skate behind the counter, skate out to the people.
He's like, punk rock, punk rock, punk rock. So I was like, okay, it's punk rock, let's go, let's do it then.
The film is about what was happening in Chinatown, you know, with the drug dealing, of raising awareness about this social issue. But then he had all these many passions that made him really unique. I really wanted to make sure that I was putting Otto in the right light, that I was showing all his many talents. And it did take a while to edit, but also it was not so much like difficult, it was actually a fun process. Sometimes we just needed to let things rest and just see what will emerge from the edit. The film premiered at the Hawaii International Film Festival within the Made in Hawaii competition. And that was really intentional. I wanted to premiere here in Hawaii. We turned the screening into an event. We brought cake, and the reactions were very moving. You know, people told me that they left the screening room with a permanent smile. They told me that they felt really joyful and encouraged to do the things that they love and be more themselves. Like, I remember one amazing question of a mother that had a child with some developmental issues, and she asked Otto, what can I do with my son? And Otto was so moving. He said, you know, just if there's some passion that you see in him, let him explore it, because that's what my parents did. When I was really interested in the oven and in making cookies, my father really loved me enough and supported me enough to explore that passion. And I think that to me is the essence of the piece. You know, when you make a documentary, you start with an idea and then you don't know how it's going to end. But with this piece, I think I learned more about being myself, more about choosing joy, surround myself by the things that I love, and try to worry less, be more in the moment. And I think that's the kind of reaction that we got from the screening, which makes me really happy. I do have a website, talcualfilms.com. We are on social media, so hopefully as soon as we have news about the European premiere and the US premiere, I'll let everybody know. I really want to take the film to as many venues as possible, so this is really just the beginning.
We'll be right back.